Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. Let's get it. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9, and verse 16. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. And this is the Apostle John speaking. He said he saw an army of horsemen, which were 200,000. Now, he didn't see actual men. You know, those 200,000 horsemen he saw were nuclear missiles. 200,000 is equivalent to 200 million, right? So the Apostle John saw 200 million missiles, and those 200 million warheads, I should say, you know, are gonna be used to destroy Babylon the Great, aka America, in the time of war. And that war is going to be World War III, the last war. The book of Joel, chapter 2, speaks about these 200 million warheads that's coming to this place. Lord willing, I'll do a lesson on that chapter. It says, and thus I saw the horses in the vision. Yeah, and what John saw was a future prophecy, right? You know, what he saw wasn't happening around his time. You know, this is a future prophecy that's coming, right? In the near future. It says, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of jacinth and brimstone. Now this represents the body of the missile, the armor. It says, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. So it says the heads of the horses, which is going into the head of the missile, were as the heads of lions. Now we know that the power of a lion is his head, right? And the power of the missiles are going to be coming from the cone, the warhead, the top of the missile. So the heads of lions is symbolic to the warhead on a missile. It says, and out of their mouths issue fire and smoke and brimstone. Yeah, because when the missiles be shot off out of the silos, you know, they're going to go into the air, and as they coming back down to its target, it's going to break apart, you know, and the only thing that's going to be left of that missile is the cone, the warhead, you know, and that's what's going to lead this place, Babylon the Great, desolate, right? The warhead. The top of the missile is going to play a part in the destruction of Babylon the Great. It says by these three was the third part of men killed. Now you have three classifications of men, alright? And they are the sons of the Most High, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites, along with you Israelite foreigners. Then you have the sons of men, which are these heathen nations. And then you have the sons of the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, right? So the third part of men is talking about Esau, Edom. Read again, it says, by these three was the third part of men killed, by fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouths. Going into that, the warheads, because soon as the warheads land on its target, it's going to explode and cause destruction, right? And that's how Babylon the Great, aka America, is going to be destroyed by fire, right? From these warheads, these 200 million warheads. It says, for their power is in their mouth. Yeah. The power of the 200 million horsemen are going to be in their mouth, which is the warheads. It says, and in their tails, and that's going to the delivery system, the actual missile, all right? It says, for their tails were like unto serpents. Yeah, and John saw the missiles in the air moving like snakes. It says, and had heads. With them, they do hurt. Yeah. And when it says they do hurt, that represents the warheads. They going to kill and destroy and leave Babylon the Great, which is America, desolate. This place is going to be a waste. It's going to be a land for desert-like creatures and foul spirits. So these missiles, these warheads that John saw, it's going to take place. It's going to play a big part in the destruction of Esau rulership. But I'm going to end with that. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.